Fantastic. Awesome, guys. Welcome to the Zoomies Stand Up and Vote and Make a Plan to Vote live stream. I am Donnie Longton. I am the district manager of Zoomies in South Chicago. And hi, Gene.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jean. I'm the store manager from Chicago as well. I'm super happy and excited to be here and talk about voting, especially because tomorrow is the last day to vote. I cannot even believe I'm saying that right now. It's going to be a pretty crazy day and probably a crazy couple of weeks afterwards, but no need to panic because Zoomies Stand Up is here for you. So, Zoomies Stand Up has been going on for basically almost half a year already. And the whole point of it is just to make sure everyone's voice is being heard and that you're doing what you can to make sure your vote is counted for tomorrow. So yeah, that's what this whole stream's about, is getting you guys prepared, making sure you know what you got to do to make sure your vote gets counted. And a lot of us have already voted early because a lot of us have that privilege in some states we're in. If you did vote early, first off, awesome job. That's amazing. That's like a whole weight lifted off your shoulders. But go ahead and drop an emoji down in the chat to let us know you voted, so we can congratulate you. Congrats. But yeah, if you haven't voted yet, go vote. Go vote. Make your plan.
Awesome, for sure. Thanks, Gene. So today's the last day to vote early in multiple states. I've got all of them here. I'm going to list them off for you. Alaska, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Washington, D.C., Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, New Jersey, North Dakota, Ohio, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Vermont, Wyoming. That's all of them. That is the 24 states that you could register to vote early. You could get your vote counted early. If you have an absentee ballot that you haven't dropped off yet, get your ass out and drop that absentee ballot off now to your local polling location. You have to get that in before the vote starts. If you haven't done so, you run the risk of your vote not being counted. Secondly, if you have your mail-in vote that you haven't sent yet, you are screwed. You need to get out and take that in now. You have to take your mail-in ballot to your voting location as soon as possible. If you try and mail it in, it's not going to get counted. You're going to be screwed. You're going to be screwed either way. Drop that shit off today if you have it. If you haven't already done so, get out and do it now.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't trust that mail-in, dude. Tomorrow's a day. Try to find time and get it done. And some of us aren't fortunate enough to have early voting in our states. That's totally fine. Just take a breath because you can still vote tomorrow. On this live stream, we're going to fill you in on everything you need to know to be prepared to make sure your voting experience goes as smooth as possible. The last thing you want to do is go in unprepared because it's such an important election for you to get your voice heard. So yeah, sit back, take a few notes, just to make sure you're ready for tomorrow.
Awesome, for sure. Thank you, Gene. I want to go over a couple specific details because we're obviously not going to leave you guys hanging in terms of stash points. I know that's what a lot of you guys are here for, in addition to learning about the important things you have to do to get out and get voting. So I'm going to read the specifics because unfortunately I don't have this memorized. So here we go. Text at least 3 of your friends to vote and share the link at zoomies.com/standup. That has the tools to help you make the plan to vote. Next, screenshot each text you've sent and upload them to Make a Plan to Vote Discord channel. So make sure you get those 2 things squared away. If you haven't already joined Discord yet, we've got a banner for you guys down below to make sure you can follow the Discord now.
Yeah, definitely head over to Discord. It's super easy to use, and it's really cool that we even have our own channel. So basically, regarding the stash codes, the more people you text, the more stash points you're going to get. So it's unlimitless. Text as many people as you can. Get them in those polls. Get them encouraged. And so basically, we're also going to be giving away Zoomies gift cards, $50. That's so awesome. We're going to be picking 5 random winners from everyone who's like sending those text messages. And if this is your first time and you're feeling kind of a little nervous, you don't know what to say to grandma or Uncle Ben or your friends, there's a thing that you can go to. If you hit the Textathon FAQ banner below, you can get help on what to text to those people because it can be a little nerve-wracking, but you got this. Just go down there and figure out what you're going to say to them. So yeah, start texting and hit up the Discord. Donnie, can you even believe election day's tomorrow? Like, this whole year was insane, and it's already November.
The last 4 years have been pretty insane. But here's to hoping that everything starts to level out. We start to get on the track that we need to get on. But what's most important is that we've got an awesome video to share with you guys. Some of our favorite brands, some other Zoomies folks that have been participating. We're going to share an awesome video with you guys as far as, some more things to help support what you can do to get out and vote. We're obviously going to be dropping those codes in the Discord as well. So as far as hitting those text milestones, pay attention to that. We've got a couple announcements before we get to that video, and this is the coolest shit that I've heard in a minute. Voto Latino and Lyft have partnered with Zoomies to give you a ride to your local polling station. All you have to do is text Zoomies to 73179, and it will take you to the polling section via Lyft. Up to $25. It's while supplies last. There's no excuses. I don't want to hear I don't have a ride. I don't want to hear I don't have cash. You can get to your local polling station. You can get your vote counted for free thanks to Voto Latino and Zoomies partnering with Lyft to get you those free rides to the polls. Again, it's while supplies last, so make sure you do it as soon as you can.
Yeah, Donnie, that's like so awesome that Zoomies is even doing that. When I saw that on Instagram, it like literally blew my mind. So yeah, you guys, you do have a lot of support from Stand Up and Vote. And not only that, we also have our friends at Accomplice actually hooking it up with free shirts for everyone that has already voted early. And this actually, you could still get involved with this even if you are under 18 and you can't vote yet. But if you also encouraged other people to vote and you're able to text your other friends and families and grandma, you could still get those free shirts. All you got to do is just show us your screenshots of those text messages. Sweet. And also, I know like all over social media, there's so many people posting your I voted stickers, which is super rad. We love to see it. Make sure that when you post that photo of yourself or your friends outside of like your early voting polling location, make sure that you tag Zoomies Stand Up, hashtag Zoomies Stand Up, and that you at Zoomies and that you at Accomplice, because Zoomies will DM you a stash code to unlock your free mystery tee from Accomplice. Yeah, super cool. But there are only 250 t-shirts available and they're already mostly gone, but you still have a chance to get them. So keep doing it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got so far. We'll be back in a bit with all the info you need to make sure your vote counts tomorrow. So stay tuned.
What do you stand for?
I stand for our oceans.
And I stand for education. Education is a foundation to all success.
And I stand for gender equity in skateboarding because representation matters.
I stand for safe sex because STDs are no bueno.
I stand for Everglades conservation.
And I stand for our military and I support our troops.
And I stand for cats. But seriously, always adopt.
I stand for women's rights.
I stand for the fight against misinformation.
This is my friend Jill.
Hi.
Jill doesn't stand for anything. Don't be like Jill.
We all have a choice of whether to be a spectator or be a participant. When you participate, you shape your own life. What do you stand for?
What do you stand for?
What do you stand for?
You have a voice. Fucking use it.
Stand for something.
Register to vote and go vote.
Get registered to vote and go actually vote.
To make sure you register to vote and go vote. Vote, vote, vote.
So register to vote and go vote, dude. Democracy only works when people participate. If you want your voice to count, you have to register to vote and then vote.
What's good, y'all? This is Chris Chisholm, store manager from Zoomies in Dallas, Texas.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Guy from A Lost Cause here.
Hey, I'm Amy. I'm the district manager for Zoomies in Atlanta.
What up? It's Patrick from Accomplice reporting live from Colorado.
My name is Matt Talley. I am a district manager for Zoomies up here in Seattle, Washington.
What's up? My name is Mikey. I'm the co-founder and co-owner of Bostock.
Hi, Zoomies family. My name's Shelby. I'm a store manager for Zoomies out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hey guys, it's Victoria, Ryan, and Rooney from Petals and Peacocks.
My name's Rod. I'm a regional manager in the Mid-Atlantic.
Hey guys, it's Catherine Holsworth. I'm district manager of Zoomies in the Houston area.
My name is Nikki. I am a Zoomies store manager down in South Jersey.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Ryan Johnson. I'm the district manager for Zoomies in San Antonio and Austin, Texas.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Ryan Townley and I'm standing up and voting this fall because I want to see political leaders of this country stand up against racism, sexism, and police brutality. I think it is important to stand up for those who have less of a voice than we do.
I'm voting because too many Americans don't have access to basic health care and affordable housing. Every human being deserves to be healthy and have a roof over their heads at night.
You know the election's coming up real soon, so just want to reach out and say, what are you standing up for? For us, it's all about the environment and global warming. Clearly, the douchebags up in Washington don't care about what's going on with the environment, so it's up to you and I to make a difference and vote so we can help save this planet that's slowly dying.
If you've never exercised your right to vote in the past, now's the time. With so many things at stake this election, would you really want to be the person that chose to remain seated while everyone around you stood up? I didn't think so. I'll be standing up for quite a few things this year. The climate crisis that our world is facing, for one. LGBTQ and women's rights, naturally. As well as affordable healthcare and housing for all Americans.
I will be voting this year to erase racism, get rid of systemic oppression, the Green New Deal. Any candidate on a local, state, or national levels get my vote that supports that, because climate change is a factor that's threatening everybody, and I'm trying to protect places like this from drought, famine, fires, flooding, food scarcity, and all those things. So come out.
I'm gonna get out there and fucking vote, and I believe you should too. Myself, I believe in some things, immigrant rights, climate change, and I'm gonna be voting based on my beliefs, and you should vote based on your beliefs as well. So whether or not you're happy with how things are, or maybe you're not so happy with how things are going, you should go fucking vote.
Your vote is your voice. Now more than ever, we need everyone to come in, go to the ballots, and vote.
This election, I am standing up for a lot of issues that are super important to me. Just some of the things that I'm standing up for are LGBTQ rights, for racial equality, for immigrant rights, for affordable access to health care, as well as working to end climate change so that we can have a greener and better future. Working with Zoomies Stand Up has really shown me just how passionate our generation is and how we want to make sure that our voice is heard and that our opinions matter.
Here is why you need to vote. Because when you vote at a local level, you do affect change. You can affect change at a local level. When you vote at a national level, yes, it's two sides of the same coin. I do see that perspective, but you are choosing people who have the power to make decisions on federal judges. Federal judges have the power to make decisions that affect us for a lifetime. Things like abortion laws, things like immigration laws, things like whether or not our zoning laws are racist. So we do need to vote at a national level, and it does make a difference.
You can find me at the polls this fall standing up for income inequality and universal health care.
Voting is important because elections have consequences. Not voting is giving up your voice. Voting is the opportunity for change and is a way to show up for your community and people who are close to you.
And there's a lot of things that I stand up for. Things like climate change, affordable health care, and women's rights. And I always make sure that my voice is heard through my vote. This upcoming election might just be one of the most important that we've ever seen. So it's time for you guys to get out there and let your voices be heard.
I just want to say, with the super important election coming up this fall, I'm personally going to be using my vote to fight against racial inequality and xenophobia.
I'm voting for three main reasons: equality, immigration, and the environment. But more importantly, what are you voting for? It's time to stand up.
The people that you guys will be voting to these seats, the congressmen, the senators, the judges, in the future, these people are going to be our next president. They're going to be our next attorney general. They're going to be our next speaker of the House. So please make sure that you're voting for people that you feel represent you the best. This November, I'll be voting to protect immigrants, to protect women's equality, to protect the LGBTQ community.
You think this pandemic is bad we're in now, it's going to get a hell of a lot worse if we don't sort this shit out. So it's important stuff you got to do, man. You got to not ghost this vote, man. You got to get involved.
Go fucking vote.
Don't ghost the vote.
Please, go fucking vote.
Don't ghost the vote. Yes, you right there. Don't ghost the vote.
Vote with me.
If you want to see a change, something that you love, go fucking vote, man.
Go fucking vote.
Together we can make a difference. If you don't ghost the vote.
Go fucking vote.
Go fucking vote.
Don't ghost the vote.
Don't ghost the vote.
Get out there and fucking vote.
Let's go fucking vote, guys.
Don't ghost the vote.
Remember, don't ghost the vote.
And then last of all, go fucking vote, man. Let's show these people what up.
Go fucking vote.
So please, don't ghost the vote, go fucking vote, and show up on November 3rd. I thank you, Zoomies thanks you, and the world will thank you too. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Fantastic. That was the nuts and bolts of it, Gene. You heard from a bunch of different Zoomies employees. You heard from a bunch of different brand representatives. What'd you think of that?
It was super awesome because, I don't know, it makes me feel a lot less alone going through this election because all my friends and my work families going through it too. And it's just a lot of really awesome representation. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's cool to see everybody bonding together with whatever the beliefs are that they're sharing. So at least there's some kind of camaraderie going on, which is great. Where are we at with the text meter? I want to see how we're doing with texts. Is it looking good? Is it looking pretty strong? Looks pretty damn good if you ask me. So I'm stoked on that. Pretty exciting to see where we're at with the text meter. That's awesome. For those of you that just joined, this is a live stream about making your plan to vote. And we're sharing all the information that you may need to make sure that your plan is locked down so that come tomorrow while you're waiting in line, there's nothing to worry about. You already know what you need to be doing. Obviously, we're also sharing stash cords in Discord. Make sure that you guys are in the chat talking about that, making sure that we got the viewers. We've also got all the instructions on that stream ticker below me as far as how to get the information within Discord about the chat, which is pretty awesome. So make sure you're following along on that as well.
Yeah, so we promised you that we were going to help you make sure that you have a solid plan to vote. So this is the info you need to make sure you have a plan to vote. So first, you're going to head to zoomies.com/standup and hit the Make a Plan to Vote button to get started. From there, you'll be able to get all the info you need. And then after that, you'll hit the Find Where to Vote button to find your polling place. So for polling places, make sure that you go to the correct polling place. You can't just go to any random polling place at your leisure. You actually have an assigned one based on your address. So make sure you figure out that address and you go to the right one tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, sorry. Go on.
Oh, you're good. You're awesome, Jen. Keep going.
So after you use that tool, you're going to put in your info and just make sure you go to the right address.
Perfect. That's awesome. All right. Next up, here's what's important. As far as tomorrow, there's more than one election going on, as I'm sure all of you are aware. Obviously, the president is up for debate as far as who's going to win that one, but there's a million other local elections that are going on as well. And seriously, you have to be educated around your local elections as well. Obviously, the president is important. Obviously, we know that that's the one that's going on the most. That's the one you see and hear about the most. But there are so many important things that are being covered locally for you guys. So you have to get educated about who you're voting for. You have to make sure you know who is running for what in your local area. Does anybody have any idea what the hell the Chamber of Commerce does? Because I'm still not sure, but I'm praying that before tomorrow, I'm going to educate myself. I'm going to know what the Chamber of Commerce does. I'm going to know who's running for it. And I'm going to make sure I vote with somebody who has the same like-minded as I do. That's what's so important. So you have to educate yourself. You have to show up with a plan. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Make sure you know what you're looking for. There is an option to look up the ballot button on the website for Rock the Vote that can give you a little bit of information as far as who's running in your area. They can tell you who it is that's going to be what are the things are that they stand for. They're going to give you the information that you would need to make sure that you can educate yourself before you go in there. Obviously, you can bring your phone in to vote, but I think there are rules specifically against you being able to take your phone out in the poll, things like that. You don't want to violate any laws or rules and have your vote not count. That's what's most important. Get old school, grab a pen and paper. Once you educate yourself, write down some of that information, write down who it is that you agree with. Write that stuff down. Make sure you go in, educate yourself. Make sure you know who you're voting for before you get there. You don't want to just jump into this not knowing that the people that you align with are getting your vote, and make sure you vote for who you think should be in office. That's what's so important.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's super important to make sure you know like who your local representatives are, because Dude, you'd be surprised. A lot of them do align with what your own moral values are as well, and where they stand on the issues that you're trying to go for and go against. It's really important. So yeah, now you know like who to vote for. So it's important to know where to go to vote tomorrow. And so you know what's also important is making sure that you're bringing the right stuff to the polling place. Donnie, what are some things that's important to make sure we bring to the polls before we even leave our house?
Great question, Gene. Yeah, for sure. So in a lot of states, the main thing you need is your ID. You have to show up with your ID. That's most important. 32 states have some kind of voter ID law in place, so make sure you follow that for sure. Head to rockthevote.org again, because that's where they will specify what specifically you have to bring with you. They're going to give you a lot of information. Now, second thing, there's a chance that these lines are going to be long as hell. And this isn't going to be fun lines like Disney World. This is going to be shitty lines of waiting around people, wearing masks, possibly outside. But this is the most important election you're ever going to vote in. So make sure you come prepared. Have your mask, have your ID, have your food, have your drinks, have your chair. Make sure you go prepared. If you don't show up with the shit that you need, it's going to be a long, boring ass process. Who still has their Nintendo Switch? Get down on Nintendo Switch. Maybe somebody's playing Super Smash Bros. In line with you guys. It could be awesome.
There's got to be so many people doing that.
Totally. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Also,
Yeah.
along with that, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. I checked this for sure before I jumped in this live stream because I didn't think it was real, but it's totally real. Go to polls.pizza. This is a website that if you are waiting in line, you can request that pizzas be delivered to the line that you are waiting in for free, and you will get free pizza while you are waiting in line. It doesn't get any cooler than that. So, I mean, you can make a hell of a time out of this, get in line, have the shit you need, and have a good time, make the best of it.
Yeah, that like makes voting sound so much fun. That's crazy. I get to vote and eat pizza. Is this a dream? But yeah, so there's awesome opportunities to get pizza, but don't forget that there are some issues that may arise with you going to vote. This can happen to anyone. It could happen to you. So make sure that, if anything goes wrong, like your name isn't on the voter registry, or if it's spelled differently than your ID and a poll worker tells you that you can't vote, don't panic. I know you want to panic, but just don't panic. And the reason why is because you can call the Elections Protections Hotline. So basically, you can get connected to a voting rights specialist who can help you out with any problems that you have at the polls. The way you're going to get connected to them is by calling 1-866-OUR-VOTE or 1-866-687-8683. Save this number in your phone just in case. Like I said, it could happen to anyone. It could happen to you. So make sure that you have that phone written down somewhere so that you can call that number. And again, that number is 1-866-687-8683. So please save it because your voice matters and your vote matters. Call them and they will help you out.
That number is literally one number off from my childhood home's phone number, which is blowing my mind right now.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah,
totally.
I can't remember the last time I remember the last time I touched a landline phone.
Yeah, totally. That's exactly what it was, for sure. So again, lines are going to suck. They're going to be long as hell tomorrow. But what's important to remember as you're waiting in line is they have to let you cast your ballot. They have to let you vote. So as long as you have to stay in line, it is mandatory that you spend that time in that line and you get your ballot count. You get your ballot counted. So again, if you're in line past 8, if you're in line past midnight, your vote still counts. You still have an opportunity to get your vote counted. You have to get your vote counted. Again, this is going to be the most important election you can vote in your lifetime, at least up to this point. So get your vote counted, stay in line, no matter what happens. So again, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's been like people who get off work and they go straight to the polls and they're there all night, but they do it because they care and they want their vote counted. It's worth it, you guys. It's better than a DMV. It's a lot better than DMV with the outcome, at least. But yeah, so Donnie, can I take a selfie inside of the voting booth?
Yeah, so yeah, I guess it is a thing that people want to take their picture with their ballot. I guess that's a thing. But, here's a couple things to remember if you decide to do so. Number one, it is very illegal to take a picture with your ballot in 14 states, and it could result in your vote not counting. Other states, it's not illegal, but if you've already been waiting in line that time, get in, get your vote counted, and get the hell home so you can start to relax. And then last but not least, it probably, the rest of the states that aren't in that okay or not okay list, it's totally unclear. So don't risk it. Don't take your picture with your ballot. Take a picture with your sticker. I know there's a ton of places that give away free shit on election day if you have your sticker on. So, you know, start doing some research and looking at that. But don't bother taking your picture with your ballot.
Yeah, good idea. No phones, no selfies till afterwards. But yeah, so another thing to always keep in mind while we're going through tomorrow is to realize that we're not going to get results tomorrow night for who the president is, at least, due to having a record-breaking number of people that are early voting and voting by mail. You know, it's not going to take a whole night to count all those mail-in ballots. It's just not realistic. However, you know, because it's going to take longer to find out, don't panic. Don't be discouraged, because, you know, you just got to trust the process. You got to trust that your vote's getting counted. Because, I mean, hey, that's what you got to do. And, you know, because you're not getting results right away, don't think it's because we're not getting the accurate results. It's because we're making sure that everything is accurate. You know, we want to make sure everything's getting counted. So just hang in there, be patient, don't panic, and just trust the process. And just make sure you're also there for other people. You know, stay connected to your friends and families and coworkers, and, you know, just keep a cool head about it, because it's gonna be okay. But yeah, so other than, you know, waiting for those results, what's another thing we can do after election night, Donnie?
Yeah, totally. I think what's most important is that you continue to educate yourself. Get informed on what's going on in the area. Get informed on what role you can play on what might be happening around you. Another thing you can do is you can check the status of your ballot. A lot of counties have ways to check online to make sure that your ballot's being counted. A lot of local elections will probably have their results tomorrow night. So check on your local elections, but continue to educate yourself. Continue to get behind those people that have the like-minded views that you do, and support those people on the foreseeable future of who knows what's to come next. But educate yourself. Don't go into this blindly. Make sure that you're as educated as you can be, again, with those local elections as well. So that's what I would do, Gene.
Yeah, good idea. That's super important, because you'd be surprised by, you know, some things that don't, you know, go the way you think they will. One thing I'm going to do is kind of just, like I said before, I'm going to check in with my friends and family, you know, see how they're doing, making sure we're not losing our minds, and we're staying calm, and we're not stressing. This election is so important. You know, it's making a lot of people nervous and stressed out. But the thing is, like, you gotta look at the positives. There's so many more young voters right now that are so confident about their voice. You know, they're standing up for the issues that they believe in. So yeah, I'm really stoked. So many people are using their voices. There's so many issues that have been coming up, and so much more representation. It's awesome. But yeah, the big thing for me is that this is just one election, but it doesn't stop after tomorrow. You know, these issues aren't going to go away. The ones that matter to you and your community, no matter who becomes our next president. You know, we can't just take a day off after tomorrow, because no matter what, this is just the beginning. We have to keep standing up for the issues that matter to us.
Yeah, of course, Gene. That's a great point. Yeah, keep standing up for sure. It's going to be the most important thing. Again, everybody up to this point has been so active on what they find what's most important to them, and we need to keep standing up and following what it is that we've represented up to this point. So we're going to take a break really quick. We want to check in on that textathon, and we're going to be back in a couple minutes, and we're going to give you some more updates. Thanks, guys.
I hear your eyes and I see those cries. I hear those eyes and I see those cries. I can't be the only one who hears you. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby. I hear your eyes and I see those cries. I hear those eyes and I see those cries. I can't be the only one who hears you. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby. I hear your eyes and I see those cries. I hear those eyes and I see those cries. I can't be the only one who hears you. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in my...
Welcome back, you guys. Thanks for making it this far with us. Thanks for tuning in. I know we just threw a ton of information at you guys, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really stoked for what we got planned for tomorrow. I hope you got your voter plan dialed in. I hope you got your whole crew and friends and family dialed in with what they're going to do tomorrow. And yeah. So also congrats on everyone with their new stash points. Make sure to spend them wisely, especially during this holiday. And Donnie, don't we have some gift card winners?
We do, yeah. We've got 5 gift card winners going out of recipients of $50 Zoomies gift cards. Make sure you are checking your messages on Discord. You will be receiving your message there directly. Keep an eye out because, again, there are 5 $50 Zoomies gift cards coming your way. So congratulations to the winners.
That's super awesome. And for all the voting info you need for tomorrow, just head to zoomies.com/standup and hit the make a plan to vote button to get your plan dialed in and ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, again, guys, there's a couple of awesome things that I just want to recap that we were able to go over. Again, number 1, Voto Latino is driving people to the polls. All you have to do is text Zoomies to 73179 for a ride to your polling station nearest you, up to about a $25 value. Voto Latino has partnered with Lyft. They've partnered with Zoomies. You're getting free rides to the polls, which is absolutely insane. Again, the second piece, pizza, polls.pizza. You get free pizza delivered to your polling station. Pretty amazing. Make sure you're ready for that as well. There's just so much awesome stuff going on tomorrow. Have your plan in place. Get educated. Make sure you're ready to go. And Jen, is there anything left that you want to cover for us?
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everyone that our friends at Accomplice are still going to be hooking it up with free shirts for everyone that has voted early. And for those who are under 18 and you guys don't have a chance to vote yet because you're not old enough, you can still get some free swag from Accomplice. You just got to make sure you show us that you got your parents, your siblings, and your friends to vote early as well. And post a photo of yourself and your friends that voted early at your polling location with your I voted sticker. And just make sure you hashtag Zoomies Stand Up and you tag our Zoomies account and you tag Accomplice as well, because Zoomies is going to DM you a code to unlock your free mystery tee. But yeah, make sure you guys get your voices heard. Make sure you get that plan dialed in. And I don't know, thanks for tuning in. It's been super fun.
Yeah, it has been awesome. Again, remember, it's weird times. We're not going to have the results that we need immediately tomorrow. That's okay. Be patient. Stay calm. We're going to get things figured out. We're going to get through this together. Me and Gene have thrown out the rundown. We're good to go. Make sure you've got your plan in place. And again, stay calm. Check in with your crew. Make sure everybody's good. Gene, any last things from you before we sign out of here?
Yeah, just commit to it, because these issues matter to all of us, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, everything matters. Like, you're always going to be involved, so just have your voice heard, because it's worth it.
Yeah, of course. Don't ghost the vote. Stand up and vote no matter what. Most important election you guys will be a part of. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other. And we're going to get through this. Things are going to be okay. And thank you again for tuning in. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you.
See ya.